What's going on, everybody? Ricks TV back with another video. And in today's video, I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on Kyrie Irving and just the reaction that he's been getting in terms of, going on record and doing an interview, just speaking on the what ifs and what would have happened had he stayed alongside LeBron James. Now, it's funny because the bronsexuals have a way of twisting everything to spin everything to where it fits LeBron James' narrative and make him seem like, oh, he can't win without LeBron and how his life is so miserable without LeBron and how he should have never left LeBron James, right? Now, I want to be realistic and I want to use logic and just about everything. In all my takes, I like to use logic and common sense, right? So there's a question that had he stayed with LeBron James, he would have won more championships, right? I just got finished watching the interview, watching the video. It was a clip of Brian Windhorst and Patrick Beverly on ESPN discussing this, right? And they were talking about Kyrie Irving comments. Now, let's be honest. In 2016, Kevin Durant joined the Warriors. Kyrie Irving was still on that same Cleveland Cavaliers team, right? They went up against the Golden State Warriors in the finals. Kevin Durant went on a scoring tear and destroyed the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? He won Finals MVP. The following season, Kevin Durant, that's when Kyrie Irving departed the Cleveland Cavaliers and decided to take his talents to the Boston Celtics, right? That same year, LeBron James went to the finals again. Kevin Durant destroyed them again, right? So eventually Kevin Durant would leave. But that's not to say that, who's to say that Kevin Durant would have ever left? That Cavaliers team wasn't as strong as it was. Because you also have to realize that Kawhi Leonard went to the Toronto Raptors. And that wasn't the same Toronto Raptors team that DeMar DeRozan was a part of. DeMar DeFrozen is what we call him. That's what Kawhi Leonard, the one who shut LeBron James down in the finals. The one that LeBron James have a difficult time with every time he's playing against him. Because he's a great on-ball defender. Great at putting pressure on LeBron. Great at being physical with LeBron James, which he doesn't like. So we have to be realistic. 9 times out of 10, they weren't going to win another championship. Giannis Antetokounmpo is another reason why they wouldn't have won another championship. The Miami Heat, right? The resurgence of the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler. That's another reason why they wouldn't have won another championship. The East is stronger now than it ever was before in recent years. So the media tries their hardest to make Kyrie Irving seem like he's just this deranged, crazy person. Like he's going insane, like he's a madman. He's just losing his mind. But they're the ones who are fueling it. They're fueling this nonsense. Constantly going on in the media and attacking this man in every way. And it's just funny how they just twisting everything. Oh, look at Kyrie Irving. He needs LeBron. Oh, yes, we need him back. Let's get him back. Like, ew, man. That's why I do not like LeBron James and his fans, bruh. They always have to spin something and turn something. This man just went out and just made a comment about how he's maturing and, maybe he made some mistakes. Maybe felt that, hey, maybe I would have put my ego aside. It's no different than how Shaq felt. Shaq said the same thing when he sat there in front of Kobe. He said that, hey, maybe I could have, came in shape a lot more. He also said, and I say, I quote, but I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, they offered me, I wouldn't take the money that they offered me because I felt like I should be the guy. And they wanted for Kobe to be the face now. But his ego got in the way. And he was like, if you're not going to pay me, I'm going to leave. So what happened after that? Shaq was like, I could have just took a backseat to Kobe. I mean, he was younger. I mean, I could have just handed the keys over to Kobe and had him take over. We was already playing together. We already won championships. But who's to say that if Shaq and Kobe stayed together, they would have continued? Because Shaq could have took less money, and that wouldn't have changed his workout regimen. That wouldn't have changed his discipline. He probably still would have came in out of shape, and he would have still continued to lose. Same thing for LeBron James. Had Kyrie Irving had stayed with LeBron, they still would have blamed Kyrie Irving for everything, no different than they doing now. It's the same thing with LeBron James caused this same type of disruption, this same type of toxic environment everywhere he goes. And if I'm Kyrie Irving, I would tell them to stop asking me about LeBron. That's the past. It's over. It's done. We're not together no more. We're not on the same team anymore. And for Kyrie Irving, I think that was a poor choice, because you're still share the court with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is your teammate now. So however you may feel about LeBron James, hey, I can't talk about that right now. I'm with Kevin Durant. He's the leader of the team, or I'm with Kevin Durant, and, I want to make it work with Kevin Durant. Simple as that. But, they trying to paint Kyrie Irving as this lunatic, as he's just crazy and losing his mind. But they are the ones who are playing a part in it. They're trying to make this man seem like he's so crazy, but they're the ones going in the media, doing these reporters. I'm talking about these writers and these journalists like Brian Windhorst, who's going on national television in front of hundreds of millions of people all across the world. And they're constantly going out and putting out these negative reports about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving thinks the earth is flat. That's his opinion. That's his opinion. Kyrie Irving don't want to get the shot. And which I think that Kyrie Irving is starting to play the game. I think Kyrie Irving is starting to fall in line, and he's allowing these outside opinions to affect him. And I think that he's starting to change, because remember, they just took his shoe deal away. Right? They just snatched his shoe deal away. Or I think he's no longer with Nike. So I think he's starting to play the game, starting to fall in line, because he went on the interview and said, man, I think 15, 16 athletes in the NBA. I'm one of them who got their own shoe brand, got their own shoe line. And he said, I'm at the top of the pecking order. I'm the one all the way at the top. My shoes generate the most money. And you take that away, that shows a lot. That means that people are turning their backs on Kyrie Irving for his stance. So I think that it's starting to bother him. And they trying to make him seem like he's crazy, like he's going insane. But they're driving him insane. And people are not catching on to this. I don't want Kyrie Irving to join with LeBron James. I don't want him to reunite with LeBron James. Because LeBron James is doing just as bad without Kyrie Irving. If it wasn't for that bubble title, who nobody in the NBA respects, if it wasn't for that bubble title, LeBron James' tenure with the Lakers would be a failure, a complete failure. But he got lucky with the bubble title. The NBA helped him out. Simple as that. But Kyrie Irving, this man, I would rather him, that one championship that he earned the hard way, when he won that shot, see, they're making him seem like he should feel, he should be blessed at the fact that, and he should be grateful and honored at the fact that LeBron James, it was because of LeBron James and the title. And that's another thing I want to speak on while I'm thinking about it. They talk about how Kyrie Irving wasn't they say, oh, what was Kyrie Irving doing before LeBron James? Kyrie Irving was 19, 20, 21, 22. This man was basically a pup. He just was getting in the NBA, establishing himself, building. It take teams years and years and years to build. That's not how you, ever since LeBron James came into the league, they just think that that's how it's supposed to be. You're just supposed to put superstars together like this 2K. It's not NBA 2K, bruh. You got to build a team. Draft the right players. Sign the right veterans. I need a shooter. I need a defender. I need this. I need that. So it takes time. Kyrie Irving was 22, 23. LeBron James didn't win till he was what, 27? What are we talking about? Michael Jordan didn't win until like what, 28, 29? Well, I'm probably exaggerating. It was probably a little bit earlier than that. I think about like 27 as well. Kobe, he got, fortunate enough for him, he was blessed to be put in a situation where Shaq so happened to just come along and he was able to win titles early with him. But Kyrie Irving was a pup just building. He was young. He was a student of the game at that point, just finding his way, trying to learn how to win. So what do you mean, what was he doing before LeBron James? What was LeBron doing before Dwayne Wade? Losing. So what are we talking about here? What was Shaq doing before Kobe? Losing. It's sad, man. And that's why I can't stand, I do not like LeBron James. I've been loving the fact that we have not even been talking about bruh this entire time, and that's why he's on the social media talking about, what he's saying. He's saying something about how, I played so bad and playing bad versus the Dallas Mavericks made me want to come back a better player, XYZ. I'm like, bruh, nobody's talking about you right now. So you got to be heard. You got to let it be known, hey, I'm still here. You thirsting for attention. That's why I cannot stand LeBron James fans. I do not like them at all. I don't like them, bro. I don't like LeBron, and I don't like his fans, and they make it hard to watch basketball. Anything that LeBron James and his fans is a part of, I distance myself. When I see posts about LeBron, I scroll right past. I see a highlight of him on social media. I hear him talking. I scroll past so fast. They have they do a debates. I don't even click on debates no more. I'm done, bro. I can't stand. I don't like him. I don't. And that's the reason why, because they like to spin narratives. They like to flip stuff and turn it to make him seem like, oh, he's such a GOAT and he's the best. And I can point out so many things and highlight how this man is overrated. The most overrated player that this game has ever seen. And we got people worshiping him, bruh. What was you doing before? When you was in Miami losing, if Kyrie Irving wasn't that great of a player, the way y'all make it seem, then why did he go back to Cleveland? Does LeBron James go back to Cleveland if Kyrie Irving wasn't there? No. Let's be honest. After LeBron James lost to the San Antonio Spurs with an old Tim Duncan, an old Manu Ginobili, a 32-year-old Tony Parker, and Kawhi Leonard, a young player who shut him down, locked him up, would LeBron James would have went back to Cleveland had Kyrie Irving had not been there? No. Because he would have said, it's nothing there for me to run to. Nothing. But he knew that Kyrie Irving was building himself up. They act like the man was averaging 10 points, 9 points, 16 points, 17 points. This man is special. One of the best talented players this game has ever seen, bruh. Best ball handles. Phenomenal talent. But you had the media constantly dragging this man, bruh. Dragging this man. Being disrespectful. Like, they were so, and this is why, bruh, people are so evil. They're so evil, bruh. Demonic and just spiritually bad people, bruh. Disingenuous. Every negative word in the dictionary describes LeBron James and his fans and the people in the media, because they sit and they attack Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant to fit their narrative and their agenda to say that, okay, well, LeBron James was able to defeat that Celtics team by himself. He was able to defeat them by himself, and they clown them for getting swept. When this man went to the finals and got swept by the Warriors. He got swept by Kevin Durant that same year that he defeated and won 7 games with a young Celtics team. This man is overrated. I'm done.